La 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 la.
It is episode number 4. Did I scare you?
Yeah.
Sorry. It is episode 4 of my series, Catching the Bug, A Tale of 13 Tattoos. Okay, I got it. What is good, YouTube? My name is Tyler Rossmann, and I have a special guest today with me.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm his sister.
This is Sarah. You might have seen or remember her from some of my previous videos. If you want to check those out, I'll put them in the description below. But anywho, my sister's home, and I wanted to do a little video talking about our tattoos. Do you want to show them?
Yeah.
All right. Dun dun dun. Choo! And then mine is right here. It's kind of hard to see, but we both have the same arrow tattoo. And so,
It's very little, but I got it when I was studying abroad, and everybody's going through their own stuff. Anyways, I loved the arrow because I had read this thing and it was like, a broken arrow can't fly. So you have to be very strong, you have to be very independent. And then also because when, the whole significance of, pulling an arrow back, it's like, when life drags you into difficulties, it's only because it's launching you into something better. And I just loved that kind of positive outlook on life, because life does get you down sometimes, a lot of times, but it's only because there's something better ahead. And it's always temporary, it never lasts, because you can't keep it here forever, because it's really hard to hold a bow or an arrow that hard, that far back. So, and I got it right here just because I wanted to see it. Also, sometimes I feel like it's my compass.
For those that don't know, she studied abroad in the Czech Republic for 1 year. Why did you get it during that time? What was kind of going on?
Yeah, I really wanted something because I had grown so much from the experience. I became a lot stronger. While I was out there, I had been, going through difficult stuff. My life back home was, difficult. So I just wanted something to remind me to be strong and to not let the weight of the real world, pull me down. I wanted myself to stay positive and stay focused on the future, knowing that it's gonna be okay no matter what happens. And I wanted just something to look, and I'm yeah, I got that while I was abroad, just something to signify that whole time there too.
If you got it in 2013, I got mine when I was a sophomore in college, so I was in 2014. So for those that don't know, our family has a history of addiction and domestic violence. And so our home life growing up has been really tricky, it's been really troubling. And for me personally, my sister Sarah has been kind of a rock for me. And she's been a really good role model towards pushing forward. What kind of inspired me was kind of her way of saying that you can't really fly with a broken arrow, you have to be strong. And so that's kind of the first thing that kind of inspired me, that I looked at her as sort of a strength, but additionally, whenever something pulls you back, it has to push you forward. So if you are stuck somewhere, it will launch you to a greater place. And so for me personally, the way I took that and interpreted it as, if whatever's going on right now, it sucks and it's hard and it's really just grueling sometimes, when we all have our own individual struggle. And at that time of my life, when I was at home, because I transitioned to freshman year when she was abroad, so it was my first year of college, and that also had its own time period of challenges. I knew that I had to look towards her to kind of guide me in the kind of different ways, and for me, that was something really big. And I knew that my sister kind of had overcome a lot of the challenges she had faced, and I know that that was kind of oh, she's on her own journey, on her own way of getting past those things and becoming something better. Because she got it a year before I did. I got it when I was in Vermont. I wanted the exact same spot and the same type of design of the actual arrow, because I wanted it to match her. And so we didn't get it at the exact same day. Obviously it was a year apart, but I wanted to get something that was kind of connected me with her, with you, because of the things we've gone through in our own home throughout our whole life. You've really been there, and you know what it's like, you know the experiences and the struggle, and that's why I kind of wanted to be connected with you. And so when I look at it, it's kind of hidden with a lot of the other tattoos on my forearm. It still is one of the most meaningful towards me, because it is still always pointing forward, and it's just a little thing that I can always look up when I'm really going through a tough time, when a wave of my depression's really high, low, or when like a hit of my anxiety is super high, it can kind of balance me out in a way, and just realize that I'm being pulled back. But all those experiences, all those really troubling times make you learn things, and like all your failures make you learn. And through those learning opportunities, you can become stronger. And so that, like, kind of going off what she's saying, that's kind of why I wanted to get it, and why I was inspired to get it to match her, and because it also makes me think of her when she's gone. Because those that don't know, my sister lives in Orlando, and I'm currently in Minnesota, so we don't see each other often. We are close, and it's tough, like, truthfully, to be so far away.
I actually didn't know any of that. I thought you just liked the meaning and you wanted matching. I feel like mine has a whole new meaning now. Like, it's like you.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no, but I love it. And I didn't. Oh, my little brother. That's awesome. Wow. I should get one of yours, like this guy.
So that was her graduating year. So she was in Illinois and I was in Vermont, and we weren't with each other when I got it. So I actually asked her to send me a photo of it, and I tried to like line it up as close as I could.
It's really good though.
It's pretty close. It's not the same. Mine's a little bigger. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exact, but it's the idea and what it represents that holds the meaning. So it doesn't matter if something's perfect. That's also the beauty, I think, of tattoos, is that no tattoo is exactly the same. Even if you get it matching with somebody, it doesn't always be the same, because there's always some unique flair, some unique line that's a little off, a little different, and that also, I think, adds to the kind of beauty of it.
Well, also the person doing it, the artist themselves is, you know, individual and different.
But that is what the arrow represents, and to us, and why we have it together. And so, with that being said, we have more videos to come, because on my body I still have many more tattoos to talk about, and we're gonna get those in the upcoming episodes. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already so you do not miss out. And I just want to give a big shout out to Sarah. She didn't have to do this with me, but she volunteered, and I appreciate that. So thank you to her. Super awesome having her home, and we're gonna do some fun stuff while she's here for the remainder of the days, which isn't a lot, but we're gonna have some fun. And as always, my name is Tyler Rossmann. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch. It really does mean a lot, and we'll catch you
on his next adventure.
Peace out from the room.
Okay, do it again. Yeah,
it's okay.
Is
Bye, guys.